Welcome to Mindful Movement. I'm happy to have you here. I'm Shanda and I'll be guiding you. You can do this mindful movement through the chair or from the floor. Just make sure that you're comfortable. So sitting in the chair, you'll have your feet down flat on the floor, lengthening up through the crown of the head. And if you're on the floor, make sure that your back's comfortable. If you need to put something underneath your knees to make yourself feel comfortable, feel free to do so. Legs can be extended or bent, whatever feels the very best to you. Just finding a sense of ease and taking an opportunity just to check in with yourself. Noticing what your own internal weather system is. What is it that you're experiencing today, physically, mentally, emotionally? And even knowing that these things change from moment to moment. What is it that you're experiencing right now? Maybe noticing what's calling for your attention, something physical, mental, emotional. Just checking in. Draw your attention into your breath. Take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Again, take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Maybe taking this moment to dedicate your practice to someone, to yourself, to a group of people. Just noticing if somebody's coming to your mind. And maybe there's a word or a phrase that also comes up. A word like love, peace, health. Or I am peace, I am healthy, I am brave. Whatever it is for you, maybe letting that guide your practice today. Drawing your attention back to your breath. And then draw your attention to your feet. Moving up through the legs, the knees, through the thighs, the hips. Just noticing what sensations you're feeling in each part of your body. Your stomach, your low back, your chest and upper back. Down through your arms, to the fingertips, through your neck, your head, through your eyes, your ears, the temples, up to the tip of the head. And then just notice your body as a whole. Your whole body sitting or lying, or even standing. Making any adjustment that you need to as you go through this so that you take care of you, being mindful of your body and what you need today. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead and have a nice big stretch. Extending your arms overhead, your legs out in front of you. From the chair, arms go up overhead, maybe extending the legs out in front of you, but having a big stretch in a way that feels good to you. Taking a deep breath in. And a deep exhale, allowing your body to stretch and open as you would lengthen in a way that feels good to you. Breathing deeply in and out through the nose, taking a deep breath in Exhaling your arms back down alongside you. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhaling, gently lowering your arms back down beside you. Inhale, reaching your arms up overhead, feeling free to bend the knees if you're on the floor. Make sure it feels good to you. Exhale, lowering the arms back down beside you. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, lowering the arms right back down beside you. Just resting for a moment, taking note of how you feel, how that movement felt to you. And where do you feel the sensations from the movement? The shoulders and the arms, to the back. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. You could hold underneath the leg or on top of the knee. Make sure it feels good for you. Take a deep breath in. Deep exhale as you pull that knee in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull the knee out just a little bit wider, out toward the right shoulder as you avoid the rib cage. Noticing how it feels, maybe how it feels a little different in the hip. Deep breath in, and gently release that right leg back down. Hug the left knee in towards your chest, again underneath the knee or on top of the knee. Deep breath in, and a deep exhale. Taking another deep breath in. Exhale, hugging it out just a little bit wider. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, releasing tension in the hip. And gently release your left leg back down. You can extend the legs out long on the floor, reaching your arms up overhead. Have a nice big stretch again, getting yourself nice and long. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Deep breath in. Exhaling the arms back down alongside you. And then just pause, taking note of what you're experiencing now. Noticing the sensations in your body, noticing even how they change, or are they changing? If you're on the floor, bring your knees in towards your chest. You can either rock yourself up to a seated position, or you can roll over onto your side and then press yourself up to a seated position. And from that seated position, you can always prop yourself up, prop the hips up a little bit, or sit in a chair if that's better for you. Just find length up through the crown of the head, nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, then exhale, drop your chin down to your chest, allowing the weight of the head to pull the neck forward. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling your head over to one side. Taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, roll the head through the center over to the second side. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, roll your head through the center, and if it feels good, draw a circle with your neck. If it doesn't, you can look right and left or up and down, just letting it feel good in your neck as you circle around. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Pausing and circling the other direction. Just moving in a way that feels good for your neck. Listening to maybe even the sounds that you're hearing as the neck's moving around. Checking in, noticing how it feels for you. Then lengthen back up through the crown of the head, nice and tall. You can switch the cross of your legs if you're seated on the floor. Put the other foot in front. Finding length through the spine, take a deep breath in, reach your arms up overhead, exhaling your hands down through heart center. Again, inhale, reach your arms up overhead, exhale your hands down through heart center. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms up overhead, and as you exhale, gently twist to one side. Doesn't matter which way you go. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, exhale, gently twisting to the other side. Inhale, reach arms overhead, again twisting to the first side. Inhale, reach arms overhead, exhale, twisting to the other side. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, and then exhale your hands down through heart center. If you're on the floor, make your way onto all fours. If you're in the chair, you're just going to stay right in the chair. Lining your wrists up underneath the shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, extending the shins back to the back of the room. If you're in the chair, you can scoot forward a little bit in your chair, giving yourself some room, and then we'll inhale, lift the chin up and the tailbone up. Exhale, round through your spine for cat-cow. Inhaling on the way up. Exhaling as you round. Breathing in and out through the nose if that's comfortable for you. Getting as much movement in the spine as feels comfortable to you. Inhaling and exhaling as you move. Letting this movement feel good, even noticing how far up and down the spine you can feel this movement. Whole body breathing as you move. Pausing back in the center, pulling in through the belly button, extending your right arm forward if you're on the floor and your right arm up toward the ceiling, lifting the left knee from the chair or extending the left leg back. Staying nice and strong wherever you are. Just noticing what starts to arise for you as you hold this position. Maybe you feel the work of the muscles. Maybe your mind starts to talk to you. Just taking note of what you feel. If you're on the floor, pressing through the left arm, staying nice and strong through that left arm, strong through the core. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, gently releasing down, bringing that hand and knee back down to the ground. Extending your left arm forward. Right leg goes back, and if you're in the chair, left arm goes to the ceiling, your left knee lifting up if that's comfortable for you. Finding an extension through your spine. Pulling in through the belly button. Staying strong through the core and noticing what arises on this side. Noticing physically, mentally, emotionally what you experience. And just staying connected with yourself here. Take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale, releasing that hand and knee back down to the ground. Take a couple of rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chin and the tailbone. Exhale, round through the spine. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, round. Again, inhale, lift and open. Exhale, round. If you're on the floor, curl your toes, lift your hips up to down dog. If you're in the chair, you could stay right in the chair and extend your arms up overhead, keeping the legs down or extending them out in front of you. If you'd like to use the chair to find down dog, you can walk your feet back, keeping them hip width distance about 6 inches apart, keeping the knees soft. Maybe you can pedal the knees back and forth if that feels good to you. Finding length in the spine, letting it feel good down to the backs of the legs. Again, making any adjustment that you need to so that it feels comfortable to you. You can let the legs settle in, keeping the knees bent a little or even a lot, pressing the hips up and back. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Deep breath in. Deep exhale. And walk your hands back towards your feet or let go of the chair as you ragdoll forward. If you'd rather sit in the chair and ragdoll, you can do that as well. Finding something that feels comfortable to you, keeping the knees as bent as you need to. You can shake the head, shake the shoulders. You can hold opposite biceps or let the arms dangle. Just let it feel good for you, whatever you choose to do. Take a deep breath in and a deep exhale. Again, a deep breath in. A deep exhale. Bring the hands to your legs. Inhale, half lift, flatten out your back. You can do it from the chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift, flatten the back. Exhale, fold. Inhaling all the way up. Long, flat back brings you up. Exhaling your hands right back down to heart center. Inhale, reach. Arms go up overhead. Exhale, folding forward. A nice long flat back brings you down. Inhale, half lift, get your back flat. Exhale, hands down to the mat. You can walk yourself back out, coming down to all fours or just scooting back into your chair. Making your way down onto your back. If you're on the floor, you can use the sides of your legs to help you. So plant your feet and then just use the sides of the legs to help you round down to the floor. Laying your back down on the mat, feeling yourself supported by the floor and the chair. Take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale, letting your whole body just settle in for a moment. Deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Noticing what you're experiencing in this moment. Maybe you can feel your heart beating, you can feel the breath, you can feel the sensations bouncing around the body. And even noticing if something was too much for you. Walk your feet out. If you're on the floor, you can walk them out mat's distance or just a distance that's comfortable for you. And on the floor, you can bring your arms out to the side to anchor yourself down. And gently windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Moving an amount that feels good for you. Keeping the knees separated as you gently go from side to side, letting it feel good through the hip sockets. Using your breath as you go from side to side. You might feel that massage across the sacrum of those of you on the floor. And just noticing the sensations in your body. Pause in the center. You can let the knees knock together, or you could walk your feet back underneath the knees. Just staying in a position that feels good for you as you just rest for a moment. Take a deep breath in. A deep exhale. Noticing thoughts in the mind, emotions, feelings in the body. And walk your feet in toward one another. We'll thread the needle. You could take your right ankle across the left knee. From the chair, if it's too much to take your ankle across, you could extend the legs out long and take your ankle across both ankles, crossing at the ankles, or you can cross at the knee if that feels better. And from the floor, you could lift that left foot up a little bit, maybe put it on a book or something underneath, or if you want to keep hugging it in, you can bring it all the way into the chest and interlace your hands back behind the thigh or on top of the knee if that feels good. You're just finding something that feels good in your hip. If you're in the chair, find length through the spine. You can feel the tailbone lengthen back behind you so that the hinging, if there is any, is coming from the hips. Using your deep inhales and exhales to release any tension that you might be feeling in the hip. Seeing if you can let some of that just melt away. Take another deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Gently release your left leg down to the mat. Release the right foot, and then we'll switch legs, taking your left ankle to the outside of the right knee. You could also extend the leg out long if you're in the chair, crossing at the ankles if that's better. Otherwise, keep the knees bent, flexing those left toes back toward the knee to protect the knee. Maybe interlacing the hands behind your right thigh if you're on the floor. Allowing the shoulders to come down toward the floor, let the tailbone lengthen down. Just noticing what you're feeling in your hip. Breathing into any sensation, allowing it to melt away if there's anything too intense. And take a deep breath in. A deep exhale. Releasing the tension that you might feel in the hip. Letting it dissolve and melt away. You can gently release the leg back down to the ground, walking your feet back out wide to the side in a way that's comfortable for you, windshield wipering the legs from side to side. Just moving in a way that feels good to you. And let this feel good, going side to side as you inhale and exhale. And you can move as big or as small, as fast or as slow as feels good to you. Not worrying about anybody else's movement but your own and how it feels in your body. And And take your time finishing up this. Pausing back in the center when you're ready. You can let the knees knock together or let your feet come back underneath your knees. And take a deep breath in. A deep exhale. And extend your legs out long. Your arms can go up overhead. From the chair, if you want to stand for this, feel free to stand, or you can stay right in the chair, extending up through the arms. Just having a nice big stretch in a way that supports you and feels good to you. Take another deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Inhaling, deep breath in. And then as you exhale, float your arms back down alongside you, nice and slow, noticing how they feel as you move them down. Having a seat if you were standing, letting your whole body rest. If you're down on the mat, making sure you feel completely comfortable in the chair, you're completely supported. As you rest in your final Shavasana, dead man's pose, your resting pose here. Letting your whole body be supported by the chair or the mat. Making yourself comfortable, giving yourself whatever support you might need. Just allowing yourself to rest completely. Maybe allowing your eyes to fall shut or gazing down your nose or down your cheekbones so you can just go inside. Take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. Again, take a deep breath in. Exhale, letting go of all the breath. Take a deep breath in, let your belly expand and all the air pull in. A deep exhale, letting all that breath go. Take a deep breath in, expand your belly, and see if you can also expand the rib cage. A deep exhale, let the rib cage relax and the belly relax. Inhaling, expand the belly, expand the rib cage. A deep exhale as you let all that breath go. Take a deep breath in, expand the belly, expand the rib cage, and maybe the upper chest. Exhale, letting the breath go from the chest, the rib cage, the belly. And again, expand the belly. Expand the rib cage, expand the chest. A deep exhale as you let all that breath go. One more time. Expand the belly, expand the rib cage, expand the chest. A deep exhale as you let all that breath go. Coming into your stillness, letting the breath come and go on its own. Noticing what it is that you experience mentally, emotionally, physically in this moment. Maybe allowing your attention to stay focused on the inhale and the exhale. Or maybe focusing on the sounds that you hear. Just allowing yourself to be present in this moment with your breath or with the sounds, or even with the sensations that you feel in your body. Resting in ease in Shavasana. I'll ding the chimes when it's time to come out of Shavasana. Just allow your body to rest. Take a deep breath in. And a deep exhale. You can gently begin to wiggle the toes and fingers. Maybe moving the head from side to side. Bringing some awareness to your body, but staying soft in your body. And if you're on the floor, you can bring your knees in towards your chest, gently rolling over onto your side, pausing in the fetal position for a moment. Just being gentle with yourself. If you're on the side, you can press yourself up to a seated position, and everyone bring their hands to heart center, allowing your head to bow to your heart. Noticing what it is you're experiencing right now. Maybe connecting back to your dedication or the intention that you started with. And when you're ready, bringing your thumbs to your brow, giving gratitude to yourself for coming, for practicing, for giving yourself this time to practice yoga. And let your hands come back down to heart center. Thank you for coming and sharing this time with me. I'll close with the word namaste, meaning the love and light in me honors and sees the love and light in you. Namaste.